So I haven't built a Lego set in a while, and I saw this one come out and I had to pick it up. I just thought it was really cool looking, and I figured I'd hop on here, give you my thoughts, give you a couple things that I really like about this set, and then I'll give you a little bit of a rating at the end of it as well, so you know what I would rate it. So I Am Groot released on August 1st, along with all the other Lego sets that released on that day. It retails for $55. It's ages 10 plus, so it's not in that 18 plus category, and then it's gonna be 476 total pieces. Basically what you're building here is a mech. You very much get the mech experience because you've got the movable arms, the movable legs with the joints, the ball and socket joints. So you've got this kind of whole mech build experience with Groot, but it's different in that it's not a robot that you're building, an Ninjago robot or some type of robot character. You're building Groot, which is basically a tree with a bunch of brush and bark and everything else. So it's really fun. A couple things I love about this set and why I had to pick it up. Number one, I love the cassette tape. I grew up in the 90s. We used cassette tapes all the time. They were horrible, but it's nostalgic. It's got a sticker piece on there, Awesome Mix Volume 2, and then on the back side, Awesome Mix Volume 1, so you have two sides to the tape. But it looks really true to form like a cassette tape, so that is a really fun component to this set, and I had to have that. The other part to this that I like is this is not a very expensive set. However, it's got the feel of an expensive, more elaborate build, and one reason that is, I would say, is because of the plaque that comes along with it. Like the UCS sets and some of the larger Star Wars builds and things of that nature, you normally will get these informational plaques that talk a little bit about the set. They threw that into this set as well, which kind of makes it feel more of like an 18 plus build than a 10 plus build. And then with the set itself, I feel like it's definitely a more detailed set, even though it's a 10 plus set. So you can see, you get kind of some of these branches coming off of them, these leaves all over the place. You get the whole bark and tree feel from the whole build, and it's pretty detailed. Even though it's 476 pieces, you feel like you're building a pretty detailed build, which is cool. His hands all move, which are nice. You've got these little twigs poking out of like his thumb here. You do have quite a few stickers in the set, which I don't love, but again, at a price point of 55 bucks, which is not overly expensive, that's kind of to be expected. You've kind of got a few different ways you can use this. Obviously, for someone that is 10 plus, this has a lot of playability to it. But if you're in that older 18 plus category and you're not going to necessarily play with your Lego set, it also is a great display piece. It sits really nicely. You can position the body parts the way you want to position them. You've got the informational plaque, you got the little cassette tape. So it's just a really nice display piece if you're not necessarily going to play with it. So all in all, I really enjoyed the build. I didn't feel like there was a lot of monotony in this build, even though you are building two legs and two arms. It feels fresh every time because there are some differences in each side of the legs and the body and whatnot. So it's a good build. It's a great price point. 55 bucks, I would say, is a great price for something this unique that's got the informational plaque and everything else going on with it that I've talked about. So highly recommend the build. If I were to give you a rating on this set, I'm not going to put it way up there with some of the other more elaborate builds, but I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I think price point to what you're getting, I think is fantastic with this set. I do recommend you go pick it up. If you're going to display it, it makes a great display piece. Now, August 1st was more than just a lot of sets being released. There was also a lot of price increases. And if you don't know what those price increases are, I'm going to recommend you head over to this video right over here and check it out, and it'll give you all the details.